I thank you all. Robert, thank you for the introduction. I thank you all for being here. Trade-based money laundering, I could speak of from a United States perspective, but the reality is the very fact that it's trade-based means that no one country can solve it in of itself. And it is also means that it has the potential to disrupt, indeed does disrupt, countries around the globe. Now, just a brief overview, to set the stage, if you will, for my country, is that in trade-based money laundering, cartels and transnational criminal organizations are using loopholes in which are flaws in the system by which to launder billions of dollars. As one example, in my country, if you have an invoice and a manifest, the two don't meet, meaning that our federal agencies have an invoice over here and a manifest over there, and the two never connect. And so it's easy to double invoice, to phantom invoice, to send two shipments, if you will, for one invoice, or to misrepresent that which is there relative to the manifest. So the point is that can be exploited and is exploited to ship billions of dollars across our borders. Now, it has a practical implication. 100,000 Americans died last year from overdoses. Now, to put that in perspective, the United States lost 53,000 men over 10 years in Vietnam. So we're losing almost double the number of people we lost in Vietnam over 10 years. We're losing that every year from overdoses. The cartels, principally these are drugs either mailed in or shipped in across our borders, and the cartels are laundering those dollars back. Now, the scope of it, though, again, to go just a minute more, I was once speaking, I think, to the Prime Minister of Mali. And he was speaking in French, but I had an interpreter. And I just tossed out to him if he had problems with trade-based money laundering. Turns out he had written his PhD thesis on it. And he said that the dollars that were coming in from TBML were funding guerrilla warfare in his country as the money continued to traverse back up to the Middle East. Now, so it's disrupting the United States with fentanyl overdoses. It's funding cartel activity in Mexico and Latin America. It is going through the African continent, where it's disrupting there, and then going up to the Middle East, where it was this particular train of money was helping to fund Hezbollah activity. That is that's trade-based money laundering causing transcontinental disruption of society, transcontinental deaths, if you will, related to all this. Now, we're working very closely with our federal agencies, introducing legislation that we hope helps address the issue on our side. But our panel, I think, will discuss their perspectives, elaborating upon that which I said, illuminating, if you will, for us all, since we're an international audience, as to what we can do. Now, with that, let me pause. And John, let me just start with you to maybe, how would you begin, if you will? And then maybe, should we take questions, Robert, or let me know? Where's Robert?
Right here. We can field questions after they have their remarks.
John?